Yo, 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 yo. You already know who it is. It's your girl, Yemaya. Welcome back to another episode of Clubhouse Conversations with Yemaya, where the culture is respected, the stories are real, and the conversations go deeper than the surface. Tonight, we're stepping into the auto club world. We finally got it, y'all, after 3 attempts. Straight out of Wilmington, Delaware's own. We got OTF in the building, only the family. But we also got OTF Rebel Queenz in the building as well. Now, when we talk about auto clubs, people see the cars, the pictures, the events, the lights, the outfits, the social media. But behind every respected movement is leadership, sacrifice, structure, loyalty, and people who keep everything together while nobody's watching. And tonight, we're starting this conversation with someone who's helping build that foundation from the ground up. We got the president and co-founder of OTF Rebel Queenz, Miss Queen Petty herself. We're gonna welcome Miss Queen Petty to the stage, y'all. Miss
Hey,
Petty, how are you?
hi. I'm good. How are you?
Welcome. Thank you for stepping into the clubhouse. I got
No
a couple
problem.
questions for you. I got a couple questions. Hey,
Okay.
bro, shout out the Rough Riders on the check in. All right. So tell us about yourself. Who is Queen Petty?
So, my name is Queen Petty. I've been in the club world for over a decade.
Oh,
I
wow.
joined back in 2013, like
Okay.
2012, 2013.
Okay.
Um, I was in DFAT first for a
Okay.
little bit of time. Then I was a mink until 2022. And then 2023 is when I decided to start my own club.
And
So
first of all, I want to say congratulations for that because
thank you.
I was definitely in the building for her vesting, y'all. So I was there in the flesh, and I think that was one of the first events that I've ever been to in that market. So
Mhm.
yeah, I was like, okay, this is dope. I'm like, Delaware got a nice little vibe going on out here, so it definitely was dope.
Yeah,
So congratulations to that.
thank you.
Okay. So, what first attracted you to the auto club culture? Or did you
So
start out in an auto club?
so I've always been into cars, but I didn't know anything about the auto club world at all until I met my ex, and he was the one that actually introduced me to the club world.
Okay.
And when he introduced me to it, I was like, "Oh, I like this. This is dope. Like this is really cool because we were going to car meets and
Mm-hmm.
going to different car shows and stuff like that. And at one point in time, because he knew I was already basically already modifying my car before I was in a car club. So he was like,
Okay.
I want to introduce you to some people um that are also in the cars and stuff like that. So he started bringing me around, going to we was going to car meets, we was going to car shows and stuff like that. And then that's when he introduced me to um the president of the time of my first car club.
Okay.
And when he introduced me and they like explained everything to me, like just how it worked, I was like, oh, like, yeah, that's dope. I would definitely want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really got me into it. But I've always been into cars, like even as a little girl. So,
That's dope. So when at what point after being introduced did you realize that this was more than just cars and events for you?
maybe like a month or two
Okay.
after being around, that's when
Okay.
I started noticing that it was just more than just the car meets, the car shows. Yeah, I think it was about like a month or two. And then on that second month is when I started to become interested.
Okay.
And with car clubs, it's a little different. Every
Okay.
car club has different like rules and things when it comes to joining.
Okay.
You gotta have upgrades on your car, stuff like that. So like, I had to make sure my car was even up to par before I even tried out.
Right.
But
Okay.
I definitely did like it though. Like it really
Okay.
wasn't that bad.
So
Because
you
everybody
said that
trying to scare me with the whole prospect shit, and it wasn't even that
you know what?
bad.
You know that I always say I felt like the prospecting period really to me was like the coolest period in like just the whole process because that really tests your tenacity. Like, are you built for
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Like I get to learn, I get to travel, I get to see things. Like to me, that's like an audition. You just don't walk into a job and they be like, you know what? I like how you look. You got the job. You feel me?
exactly.
So like the prospecting period is the same way. And I try like whenever prospects come to me, like, what advice you got for me? Like, be yourself. Like
Yeah.
if you're like be yourself, like take all that information in, all that knowledge, use this time to learn. Like that's what it's there for. All right.
Hmm.
So you said that you've been involved in a couple clubs. So what
Hmm.
inspired the creation of the OTF Rebel Queens?
Okay, so what inspired the inspiration of OTF Rebel Queens? It's kind of funny. It kind of is funny. Okay, so my founder is three of us,
Okay.
and one of my founders, she always made jokes and always said that we was rebels.
Okay.
So when we really sat down and decided that we wanted to do a club and we was thinking of a name, she was like, well, we always call each other rebels. Like, what about Rebel Queens? Like, and it fit at the time because we really did think that we was rebels. So we was like, yeah, Rebel Queens. Like, come on, like,
I'm
yeah,
with it.
that
It's
work. You know what I'm
lit.
saying? Like, all right, that works out perfectly.
Right.
Um, and then my husband is in OTF, so that's why we decided to do OTF Rebel Queens.
Okay. All right, rebels.
Right.
So when you were developing your club, what vision did you have for the women when you started building this organization? Like what did you envision?
So what I envisioned was a group of women that could build a sisterhood that all had the same passion and all could relate to each other and basically build, because it's not going to be a sisterhood right up front, but
Right.
have the ability to build that sisterhood, to build that bond together. But we all have the same passions and
Absolutely.
we all like the same things, you
Hmm.
know, so that we can actually build a bond. That kind of helps if you all can relate to each other
Right.
on a certain level. So that actually did help when it came to creating our club.
So what were some of the early challenges you faced trying to establish that sisterhood?
Um, Trusting. Not only trusting, but like, when we first started out, it was more so just getting ourselves off the ground, because
Right.
we did come from another club and people were not used to seeing us not being in our old vests. So it was kind of like we kind of had to reintroduce ourselves.
Right.
So I might say that that was a challenge, but it was because in my previous club I was in it for so long
Right.
that it's like, okay, now I have to get used to seeing her in a different light other than what I used to.
Right.
So it was that. It was trusting people because now I'm not around what I'm used to. Now I'm
Right.
building a whole new foundation. And people can say that they want to be in a club, but they might not necessarily know what that entails, like the whole, you know
Right.
what I mean? They may see it at face value. And I feel like when you start a club and when you want members, you want your members to really value what they're in. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So to me, it's quality over quantity to me.
Absolutely.
Um, so I can say that was a challenge, was just kind of it's crazy. It was kind of getting out of my own shadow from the club that I was in before, if
Got
that
you.
makes any sense.
No, makes perfect sense. Do you feel like being that you guys had to reintroduce yourselves as a club now, did you have to reestablish that respect? Because do you feel like
Um,
they still equated you to your old club, or equated the individuals to, or associated them with the old club? So do you feel like you had to reestablish your club, the respect for your club as a whole?
no. And the reason why I say that is because I built such a good rapport in my other club that I still had the respect I had
Gotcha.
there in my new club. It was just more so, okay, now you're in charge. It's not like it was before. You know what I mean? So that's like a
Got
whole
you.
new
Stepping into a leadership
a
role
whole new,
now.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
leadership role now. So it was just a little bit different. It's kind of like, okay, you're in charge now. So it's not really nobody telling you what to do, or you got to come to a person to get validation for whatever you come up with. Now it's you. It's you working with your VP on ideas and brainstorming
Right.
instead of you going to somebody else. So it was definitely an adjustment that I had
So
to make.
so what did that mean to you personally, knowing now that I am in this leadership position, and like the success kind of like falls on
Falls
me,
on
and
me. Yeah.
I know I have other people to share it with, but still, like, I'm a firm believer. This is what I used to run a marketing company, so I used to always teach my reps: speed of the leader, speed of the crew. So when
Right.
you're building your team, whatever you do right, I always say you would expect the people that you're training to do half as right as you. Whatever
Right.
you do wrong, they do twice as wrong as you.
Right.
So they're looking at you for that leadership. So how did that make you feel personally, knowing that, listen, my success, the success of our club kind of is riding on our shoulders?
At first, it was a little like, oh shit.
Right.
Um, damn, like this is different because like you said, it's like lead by example. So at first it was a little like, okay, wait a minute. But then after a while it was like, all right, no, I got this. I got this. We can get this
Right.
going. I got this. So yeah, it was a little bit at first I was a little nervous about it, but I overcame that pretty quickly.
So how important was it for you to be able to step out of your comfort zone to be able to lead? Was it easy for you to adjust to the new role once you got, once you felt like got out of your own shadow?
It kind of was easy only because I came from a VP position. So it was
Okay.
kind of like I kind of knew what it was like to already be in a higher position. So it was just transitioning going from VP to an actual president and founder. So it wasn't really too difficult because I was already in a role where I kind of had a little bit of leadership. So because of that, it made it a little bit easier to
Okay.
transition from a VP type of position to a president position. But
Got you.
yeah,
So what are some of the sacrifices people don't realize that comes with being like a president or a co-founder of an organization?
sacrifices.
Yeah.
You're not only thinking about yourself, you're thinking about your team. Like in certain situations when certain things come up, you're not only thinking about you, you're thinking about everybody else as well. So it's kind of like instead of being in a position where like, oh, you're just trying to make sure that you get wherever you got to get, or you
Right.
get to this place or that place or this place, now you have to think about your whole team as a whole instead of just thinking about yourself.
Right.
So it's more so thinking more about you and thinking about everybody as a whole.
Got you. No, that definitely makes sense. So, and knowing that, what was one of the hardest lessons you've learned since starting Rebel Queens?
The hardest lesson I've learned
Hmm.
is that sometimes you can't mix business with personal. Like, this may be your friend and y'all are in a club together, but you got to think about your club too. You can't just think
Hmm.
about that personal relationship that you have with that person. You got to think about the personal relationship, but you also got to think of what's best for the team as well. and not let kind of gotta like not do like favoritism in a way because
Hmm.
of the fact that you got to treat everybody equally. You can't really treat this person like this and then treat this person like this because then they're going to look at you like, well, you favor this person or you favor that person instead
Right.
of treating everybody the same.
So, following that, have you ever had to make a leadership decision that upset people but was necessary for that organization at the time?
You know, no. Because a
That
couple of decisions that I did make, everyone else felt the same way. So it wasn't like I made a decision and the outcome was it upset everybody else. It was kind of like I made a decision, but I made sure to let everybody speak on it before making that type of decision.
so did you kind of opened the floor up
Yeah.
to? I got you.
And a lot of times I have done that in a lot of circumstances. It's kind of open the floor because I don't want anybody to feel like they don't have a voice.
Right.
So a lot of times I do open up the floor just to make sure that everybody gets to put their input in on certain scenarios so that everybody does feel like they have a voice and they're not just have to go along with whatever.
So if I have a viewer out there that's watching, and they want to join Rebel Queens, what qualities are you looking for in members?
So the quality that I'm looking for in members would be somebody who, first of all, is serious about this. Because what I've noticed is when it comes to an auto club, you have to have some sort of passion in regards to that category before you even want to join it. It's not really all about going to the club nights and stuff like that. There's car meets, there's car shows, like there's different things outside of just the social part. There's community service that we try to do. So it's kind of like a person would need to feel like they're comfortable being able to dedicate time to it because
Okay.
it on the weekends, I could say it does take up a lot of time. So if you have the time, that's great. If you feel like you're looking for a sisterhood, that's even better because that's what we're really looking to build is a sisterhood.
Absolutely. All right. So, what misconceptions do you run into that people often have about women in auto club? And do you feel like they take them as serious as their male counterparts in the same community?
Um, I can say some misconceptions would be just thinking that we're just another social club. Um, a lot of times they do think that, because of the fact that they might not be used to seeing an all female car club, they're used to seeing an all female social club. But even with that, it's like, with an auto club, we have the passion of cars. We like putting modifications on our cars. We like going to car meets. We like going to car shows. We like, you know, um, meeting up with other teams, doing other type of activities outside of going to, the anniversaries and the club nights. So even though those are fun, but if you really like cars like that, then you would love going to a car show. You would
Right.
love going to a car meet, especially the night ones, because the night ones be lit. They
Okay.
really do.
I want to
Like
go
they
to
really be
one.
lit.
I know in
So
Florida it was big. I lived in Florida for like 5 years, and the car culture down in Florida was like huge. And
yeah,
I remember going to a couple of them, and I was like, I had no idea
it's like
that
a
the
whole nother
turnouts.
world.
Yeah, I never knew that the turnouts were as big as they were. They were definitely very exciting.
And yeah. And
So,
honestly, I feel like some of the best cars are female owned.
yo, the girls out there done had some
They're
dope
snapping.
cars.
Yeah.
Dope cars. So that
Yes.
follows up. How important is it for women in the auto club to actually understand their cars beyond just showing up to events?
I mean, it is important because, a lot of times the best work that you're doing on your car is something that you did yourself. So if you really can't do it, I mean, even if you can't do it, one of us might show you because one of us might
Right.
know how to do it. You know, if you need help putting on underglows, I can help you put your underglows on. Like, it depends on like what you're trying to do to your car. Change your headlights. We can help each other change headlights. It's like, even if you don't know how to do it, I'm pretty sure one of us knows how to do it and we can show you how to do it. And then at the end of the day, when you do it yourself, it's just like, damn, I did that myself. I ain't even need nobody's help.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it makes you
Word.
feel even better because you did it on your own. So when you come out and you say you built your car, you really built your car. Like, you know what I mean?
That's dope. So, do you think someone can truly represent the auto club culture if they have no real knowledge about cars?
Yes. I'm going to
Okay.
say that because you can be taught if you really want to learn.
I like that.
You can
I
definitely be
definitely like
taught
that.
if you really want to learn because you're going to go out there and you're like, if you go to one of these car meets and you see these other females out here and you see what they're driving, it's very motivating. It's very inspiring, to be honest. So if you go out there and you see that and you're like, damn, like, it's really other females out here really doing this. It's going to want to motivate you to do
Right.
it yourself.
That's dope. So, at any time, have you ever experienced someone trying to simply test your knowledge about cars just because you was a woman?
A couple times, yeah.
How did you handle that?
I handled it well because I think the reason why I handled it so well is because I've been in this for so long. Like at first, I
Okay.
can honestly say when I first was out there, I might have got a little annoyed with it just because, okay, like you're trying to make it seem like a woman can't do what a man can do. But
Right.
now it's more so like I kind of brush it off because it's a male dominated industry, you're gonna get that off the bat. So why even get upset? You might as well
Right.
prove them wrong instead of getting upset about it.
Right. Because you know they're gonna test your gangster anyway. Like
Exactly.
that's how I feel about it. I like it. Like whenever I feel like there's some type of adversity, I know they're gonna test my gangster anyway. So just smile and handle
Yeah.
your handle and do what you
Exactly.
gotta do. Like just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Um. Now you said you've been in the car world for over a decade. Do you
Mhm.
think that people are focusing more on the aesthetics of their cars versus the mechanics behind the builds?
It depends because there's definitely people out there that focus on the aesthetics, and then there's definitely people that focus on the build itself. So it kind of really depends, you
Okay.
know, because you have people out here that they might not have a whole bunch of audio on their car, but they might have rebuilt the engine. They might have
Okay.
rebuilt their exhaust. They might have wrapped their car. Like they're more so going for the build
Okay.
versus the aesthetic. But they might be, they might have a crazy wrap on their car and then they got this crazy engine painted, whole hood is painted, exhaust, all that. So it really just depends. It really depends. Because some people go for aesthetic and then some people go for
Go
like
for the
the
build.
build.
Okay. What advice would you give to a woman who wants to learn more about cars but would feel intimidated about entering this type of culture?
What I would tell them is
Hmm.
just get out there. The only thing you can do is really get out there. Because once you get out there and make it to one of these car meets, these car shows where everybody's hanging out and you get to see everybody's car, it's going to put you in the mood to either be inspired or you're either going to say,
Be
okay,
like,
this might be it's a little
nice.
too much for me. I don't want to do all this. You know what I'm saying? It's a little
Word.
too much. So that's why I say get out there because you're going to know just by showing up if it's something that you would really want to dive into or if it's something that you're just like nah, I don't want to do that because I'm telling you once you start doing stuff making modifications it can be addicting a little bit then you end up spending 3 4
I
five
feel like
thousand dollars.
I think that's how it like with motorcycles is very similar because when you
Yeah.
see the women out there on the Harleys and you looking at
Mm-hmm.
their custom builds and you talking to them and they start getting into what my wheels cost, I'll be like, bruh,
Exactly.
bruh.
Yep.
I'm like, you pay how much for like one wheel? One?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so
Mm.
no. So what's your personal level of involvement when it comes down to your builds and modifications and stuff? Do you
So
try to do the majority of your work or do
I
hubby
do
try to
for
do
the
it?
for the most part, honestly, I do try to do a lot of my own stuff.
Okay.
And to me, it's not a competition, you
Okay.
know. If I'm competing with anyone, I'm competing with myself. When it comes to other females, like it's motivation for me, it's inspiring for me. I love seeing other females builds. I love seeing what they did to their car and how they did this and how they did that, you know, and it's very inspiring. But for the most part, I really do try to do a lot of stuff on my own. Like, you know, my Chevy that I had, I did it purple. Back when Plasti Dip was like real popular,
Yeah.
I did it purple. You know, and I did that on my own. It took
Okay.
me hours, but that's okay. It was worth it. It was cute when it was purple, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm getting the purple off, but I did that on my own. And, you know, all I did was go on YouTube and watch the Dip Your Car dude, watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos, bought the kit,
Word.
bought everything, and then just took a Saturday and just did that shit on my own. So it's like I do try to do a lot of my own work to try to just, you know, say, oh, I did that. You know,
That's dope.
I put my own underclothes on, you know. I wanted to do something different with this car from my last car. So I put the underglows under my hood. So like you see the underglows under my hood and you see the underglows on my
Oh, that's
under my
dope.
car. Like I really try to do a lot of stuff on my own just to say I did it on my own. Like I did that.
Facts.
Now when it comes to like the system and all of that, now wait a minute. I'm not touching that because I'm not touching nothing electrical, but I got you when
I
it comes to the,
I feel the
you
same way.
know?
I'm like, listen, when it comes down to the electricity, that's where you
Yeah, I'm
lost
not
me.
I'm not doing that for her. Now
Yeah.
I'll change my headlights, my tail lights, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I did a lot of stuff on my car myself.
That's
But
dope.
like, yeah, when it comes to the system stuff, I
Oil
let the
changes,
yeah,
all that you
I
could do
let the
yourself.
I let the pros do all the other stuff, you know what I mean? But like
Right.
certain things I don't want to do just because I don't want to fuck
I don't
nothing
want
up.
to do
So
it.
I'm
Right.
not doing breaks or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you know, rap in a car or some shit like that,
Facts. And
I'm gonna
that's a
do
good
that.
industry, even just to have the knowledge of to be able to do it. The young lady I had on my podcast, I believe if it, 2 episodes ago, this last episode, she got into
Hmm.
the rapping business. So it's like females is coming through with this rapping card game. So
Yeah,
y'all better listen.
that's what I'm really trying to learn now is how to rap. Cause like I said, I did the plastic dip before, so that was spraying it just like a paint job,
Right.
but it was the rubber.
Right.
You can still pull it off. But the rapping is totally different. So now I'm trying to get into that and learn how to do the rapping and stuff like that. You
That's
know,
dope.
so yeah.
Right. Well, got tap in with Brick Brat. She in Philly, so she a plug you. She know how to do the rap and everything. She got a little business
Okay.
going on, so I'm gonna link y'all. She'll
Okay.
probably let you plug you in. So
Okay.
we gonna switch gears a little bit because we waiting on prayers to jump on. So we gonna switch
Hmm.
gears a little bit. So we're gonna talk about something people are always curious about, but don't always discuss openly, and that's marriage inside of the club life. So you are married to King Petty, the president of OTF.
Yes.
So how did you guys meet, and did that the car culture play a role in bringing y'all together?
Yes, it did. So he was in another club. Um, and I would always see him out. So when we went to like when we always used to meet up and stuff, I would always see him out at different events and stuff. And then we weren't under the same club, but we were all under the same like family, the
Umbrella.
same
Right.
umbrella. So a lot of the times when we would go to different things, we always saw each other. And
Okay.
he would always try to talk to me and stuff like that. And I would just play hard to get. And I did that for like 2 years. I played hard to get for like two
Period.
years. Um, and then one day we just hung out, and then it was like,
Up and
yeah,
stuck.
that was it.
Period. It usually happen like that. You hang out one day and never leave. Like what the hell? So, all right. So, how hard is it balancing marriage, leadership, and club responsibilities at the same time?
It's not as hard as people think, as long as you don't think too hard into it. I'm gonna say that because the fact that we all go out to these events and stuff like that, and of course there's going to be other women there and stuff like that, but if you know what you got going on, it's not going to intimidate you to the point that you're like in like jealous or anything
Right.
like that. As long as y'all know what y'all got going on, it's not really going to turn into nothing too crazy,
Right.
you know.
Okay.
But at first I can say it was a little bit, but that was because when me and him did first started dealing with each other, we kind of kept it under wraps because we didn't really want anybody to know at the time. Because I mean, what if it didn't work?
Right. It ain't
Um,
nobody damn business.
right. So like when we would go out to events and stuff, nobody really knew. We might have just left each other or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was a little bit hard because, in everybody else's eyes, I'm single and he's single.
Right.
But other than that, it wasn't too bad. Like it's okay.
Where you at, sir? I see you.
I think he's trying to get himself together because he's
All
probably
right.
on his way here.
All right. When I seen pop back in, that I add him back up. Cause right up there you go. He just dropped. There you go. Hold on. Hey, hey.
Was it?
This is Mr. King Petty. We'll give you a little formal introduction. I'll give you some time to go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm King Petty, president, co-founder of OTF Auto Club. I'm trying to get this camera right.
There you
Uh,
go.
this, yeah, King Petty, president, co-founder of OTF Auto Club / Social Club. How's
Okay.
everybody doing?
Period.
Mm-hmm.
It, my boy just got off of work, y'all. Jump right on the podcast. He came right, step right on into the clubhouse, fresh off of work, and I thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about you. You jumped in right on time too. So we transitioned right on into it. We were talking about um being married in the club life and just how do you balance the responsibilities of it all, being married, the leadership responsibilities, club responsibilities, being parents and things like that? How do you balance that? And then after we jump on these questions, we're going to start asking you some questions for a little bit too.
Um, I mean, it's not easy to balance it, but you have to have two people that are willing to make it work. And like I tell people on my team and everything like that, family and work comes before the club life. So if you got personal business you need to handle, then go ahead and handle it.
Absolutely.
We not going nowhere. We got your back. We're gonna support you. So
Absolutely.
as long as me and her work together to make it work, then we're fine. We're great.
And that's on period.
Hmm.
Period. Um, so how hard is it to separate club business from home business, knowing that you have a life in the club and then you have a life outside the club. How do y'all separate the two, or do you feel like sometimes it tends to mesh or spill over?
Um, I don't know. It might be something that a lot of people think because we're in the same household. Like we rarely talk about club stuff as far as each other's teams are. Now we might
Right,
bounce ideas off of each other to try to do some stuff, but we don't
right,
talk to each other about what goes on in our clubs. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like a lot of people might do that, whether they're dating or whatever, but nah, like I don't talk about what goes on in my club, or she doesn't talk to me about what goes on in her club. She might have ideas, and I'll give her my input. I might have the ideas, and she'll give me her input. But that's as
Okay.
far as it goes. But for the most part, we separate club and personal life when we're
Do,
home.
do you do you think that that's how you're able to successfully navigate through the different avenues, is because you have that boundary where you guys separate the club life from the personal life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't. I like I told her before she even started her team. Like I won't have no say so about what you do with your club or your team. That's on you. You might be a part of the family, but we're not looking at y'all like y'all are underneath us or we're above y'all. We're a whole family. So I don't intervene with nothing she has going on with her team. She doesn't do that with me. So
That's love. Do you feel like people underestimate how much pressure leadership couples carry behind the scenes?
um not really. I mean they might everybody might think that being a president is all easy and lovely and you're in charge of, but it's not. It's not.
Oh, I
I've been a I've been a
know.
president, I've been a vice president, I've been a PRO before, and
Right.
I'll tell you this is the hardest one of the hardest jobs. You have to learn totally different people's
Yeah.
mentalities and how to talk to people, and you can say this something to a person that'll trigger them and they'll start snapping. You gotta learn everybody's personalities, and all that can be a bit much. It can really stress you out a little bit. I don't know. You might ask other presidents; they might tell you something different. But for me, but
Right. No,
it's
I
it's a lot.
listen.
It's a lot.
I totally understand that. And I always say when you're in a strong leadership position, people are going to constantly be looking for flaws. And like to be able, like, you know that you're always going to constantly be under scrutiny, and it's hard. Like a lot of people, especially if they're not used to being in strong leadership positions, I think that's where a lot of people fold. But you guys have been having great success. So I'm going to switch gears because we heard from Queen Petty. So now we want to hear your perspective of the auto world.
Mhm.
So, what originally drew you into the auto club culture? Was it the cars, the community, or was it something else?
I mean, when I was younger, I mean, I want to say like in high school, I
Mhm.
I didn't know too much about auto clubs. The only car clubs I knew were City Boys, and they were around my way. So that's all I knew. City Boys, and they used to have all
Right.
their cars. And a guy that he's here, he has an auto club. His name is Chevy. He used to have all the Mister Goodbar cars and Skittles and all that type of
Yeah,
stuff. And we
yeah,
used to see him
yeah.
all the time. So I was like, "Yo, that's dope!" Like, but I like cars, but I really wasn't like all the way into like building cars and stuff like that. I like music and having a system and stuff. So that's what really drew
Okay.
me to cars. Really,
Okay.
I think I'm actually the one that got him more into like the building and
Okay.
the
yeah.
modifications. Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
just want to do the stuff for me. I don't really care about what other people think about how my car look or what it sound like. I'm doing it for me and how I like it.
Right.
I don't care about no competitions, no best of show, none of that stuff. Like I don't care. Like I just want my car to be look good and
Be like,
sound
I
good
like
for me.
my
And
shit. I
yeah,
like it for me.
I'm not trying
Like, no, I
to.
feel
I'm not
that.
trying to impress everybody
I
else. Oh,
feel
look at my
that.
paint. Look at my rims. Nah, I'm cool on that. I ain't got the time nor the money to be doing all that stuff. So I'm cool. Like I'm good.
Right. So What was the original vision then when you started your club?
Um, when we first started, we had four original founders who we were just out. We were like, we all known each other for 20, 30 years. We really family, and it's only the family. So that's what we ran with. And what a lot of people
Okay.
misconstrue is how sometimes you'll see something and you'll just run with it. Like, nah, we actually got permission to use OTF as a auto club.
Okay.
Like we actually spoke to on Instagram on video people
Oh
from
wow.
the OTF camp that are in Chicago, and one of our founders, he actually used to live in Chicago. So we actually got permission, regardless of it's. I know it's another auto club OTF out here. I think they're in like Philly or something like that, but we actually got permission to use it. We just didn't run with it all like reckless and stuff. And one of our other founders, he runs a I want to say like a kind of like a campaign for violence in our city. It's called It's
Okay.
Not Okay. So he's one of our founders too. So that's why on our back patch on our leg it says it's not okay.
Okay. When building OTF, what was the most important to you? Was it the camaraderie, the representation, and or the cars?
Um More the camaraderie. Like everybody can do cars. Cars is easy. Anybody can go and do this and put this on their car, but how everybody is together, how we act together, how we interact. Like, are we really a family? Are we really loyal to each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people aren't loyal. They're
Right.
just there just to be there. But as
Mhm.
far as when I built my team, everybody on my team I've known for 10, 15 plus years. So we're
Right.
pretty much family. So
Right.
and that's how I got it. Like we can all do cars together, or we can do this together. But are we really gonna be there when we need each other, despite being in a car club?
Right. How much work behind the scenes does it go into maintaining and building a respectable team? Not only just a team, but the relationships within that team.
It's a lot of work. Like you want to know who's gonna be there for the long run, not just for a couple months and be like, yeah, I'm cool with this, I'm done, or whoever's gonna like stick by or stick with it. Like I was listening to on the way here like who's going to be there for the long run and
Right.
everybody that's it's some people that come and they don't last that long, but
Hmm.
if you're going to be with it and you're going to stick with it and we signed up for this and this is what we going to do, like we here.
I think that's one
Mhm.
of the to me, I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions because when people see the cut, they think of the party and the outside, but they don't really think about how much money goes into it, how much time goes into it, how much
Mhm.
dedication. Like it's more than just putting that cut on and going to have a shot or two. Like it's literally time that you're investing away from your family, away from like just away from it all. Like you have to
Mhm.
Hmm.
be that leader in your team. Sometimes you got to be that mentor, sometimes you got to be that therapist. You got to wear a lot of hats when you're in a leadership position, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. So when it comes down to building, like something me and Queen Petty was talking about is, quality over quantity. What's one of the biggest challenges that you found like you ran into when building a team in the auto club world?
Just like she said earlier, trying to separate personal from business, and that's what these clubs are. They're a business. They're not just we gonna do this on our spare. No, it's a business. You're putting money into this. You sign contracts and stuff like that. So this is a
Abs-
business. So you have to separate your personal life from everybody on the team and business. And sometimes it's real hard to do. Like
it's
I have that
real
problem.
hard.
I have that problem with trying to separate business and the relationships that I have with my
Right.
members, trying
Right.
to separate it with business.
Yep.
And then you got to remember, like, oh, this is the business. I got to do this. Hey, I'm not getting on your ass. I still love you, but this, and this, and this.
But we got to run our business a certain
Hmm.
way. And
Yeah.
sometimes people don't understand that, especially when they have a personal relationship with you outside of, the club life. They like, dog, you're not supposed to make that decision, or you're not supposed to do, like, nah, I am, because at the end of the day, it's bad for business. And it doesn't mean I don't love you, it don't mean I don't fuck with you, it don't mean that I don't care about you, but we're hindering what we're trying to build, or you're causing a rift in the business that we build. And that's where it starts to, we got to draw the line at and have those boundaries already established.
Hmm.
um how important is making sure that everybody is on that same accord, like everybody, because it's OTF. So it's two parts to this question. So only the family. So knowing that and that name, how important is for everyone to respect themselves and conduct themselves as that family?
It's real important. Like, that's one of the main things that I try to tell. Like, we gonna be out here, we gotta respect each other. We ain't gonna be out here just talking to each other crazy. Mind you, we might do that just amongst ourselves, not outside
Right.
of it, not in club space or nothing like that. Like, we might be chilling at somebody's house and we get to joking like, oh, shut up, da, 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 but we not gonna do that out here. You know what I'm saying? To have everybody looking at us crazy, like, oh damn, they don't even pay attention to their president, or they not listening to their sergeant. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So respect goes a long way with our teams. Even my team, her team, it goes a long way. We don't just be out there talking to each other crazy outside in these club streets. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Do people, you feel, unfairly compare auto clubs to MC culture without understanding the differences?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can answer
I
this
mean,
too, Queen Petty,
there
from your
there are
perspective too.
there are some similarities, but there are a whole lot of differences.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like how auto clubs run their teams, I don't know how MCs run their teams, but I know they're a whole lot different than how we run our teams on the auto club side. You was
Okay.
gonna say something?
No, I feel
Say
the
it
same
again.
way. I actually feel the same way.
I lost your
Like,
audio, sis.
oh, hold on. Hear me?
Log out and then log back in. Click off
Okay.
and then log back in, and I'm gonna add you back on. Maybe
Okay.
it'll adjust the audio then.
All
But
right.
I definitely want to hear your perspective on that. While I'm waiting for her to log back in, do people think running a club is easier than it actually is?
I think they might. They definitely do. Like, I wouldn't, like, if you want to be president, you go ahead, knock yourself out. Like, and you'll see what I go through
No
on the
dead
day to
ass.
day. Like I
I
said, you got a lot of different
have my
personalities
little
that
running
you have to deal
presidency, and I'm
with.
like, y'all got that?
Yeah. It's a lot of, especially once you get up to like 10, 20, 30 members on your team, and you got to deal with all those personalities and keep up with everything. Like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It definitely is a lot. It looks easy from the
Mhm.
outside until you get in that position, and then you just be like, what am I doing exactly? You don't know. So
Yep,
it's real. It's hard. It's
it
hard.
is. Um, what do you what do you feel is one of the biggest challenges of balancing um being married in a couple under the same umbrella? What do you think is one of the biggest challenges or misconceptions that people have?
Um, Probably one of the misconceptions that people have is, oh, they talk about everything. They know all their club's business and stuff like that. Like I said before, but I don't know what goes on in her club. She don't know what goes on in my team, other
Right.
than what we choose to do together as a whole family.
As a
You know what I'm
family.
saying? So
Right.
it's not no, oh, we out here pillow talking to each other. Oh, this person in my team did this or this person did that. Or let me tell you what this person did. That has nothing to do with me. You handle that. Like, if you
He
got
was like,
something
"No,
to say
thank you.
about the
I'll leave
whole,
that to you."
yeah, the whole family as a whole or something like that, like, then we can talk. But as
Word.
far as what goes on, I don't need to know. That's not my business.
So my question, Queen, was: do people unfairly compare auto clubs to MC culture without understanding the differences?
I think sometimes they do because a lot of people might think that it's the same, but it has a lot of similarities, but there are a few things that are different. Um, Especially the way that some auto clubs are ran versus an MC. I don't know a lot about how the MCs are ran because I've always been auto, but I have seen how some people might think it's this way, but it's a whole different way because they might have had come from an MC background or social background and it's not on the same spectrum as auto. So I do agree with that.
Okay. Do you think social media is playing a part in building up the auto club culture or tearing it down? Does it provide it with a false light of what it really is in a sense?
No, I actually think social media is helping it, to be honest. It's giving it more exposure because it's so many clubs all over, like all over the place. So I feel like social media is giving it more exposure. And, you know, a lot of people out here that don't know anything about it, if they follow a lot of clubs, then they're learning more about how clubs are, like, say, down south or on the West Coast versus up here with us or New York. Like, social media is basically helping people learn more about it, is how I
What's
feel.
your opinion on that, King Petty?
Yeah, it's helping it a lot. I don't follow a lot. I follow some car clubs on social
Okay.
media, but I follow a lot of independent people doing stuff to their
Okay.
cars on social media. So I see a lot of the people got a lot of speakers in their car. They're doing this type of build. Like when I go look at cars on there, I look at who has the same kind of car as me to give me ideas about
Okay.
what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, oh, they got nice rims on there, and they got this and there. They changed their paint, da 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 da. Da. And I just be like, all right, cool. I might try that, or you know what I'm saying. But it helps it a lot just to see what other states, other cities, other regions are doing, and how they go about their car builds and
Okay.
stuff.
Hmm.
So, what's been your favorite build that you worked on or owned personally?
My
Both of y'all can
Lexus.
answer.
I want to say the Suburban that I had that I
Okay.
got for my anniversary. Thank you.
Period.
It's Suburban that
Yeah,
I had, like,
period.
Right, babe.
you
Hype
know,
me
it,
up.
Okay.
it already came with rims on it, so I really didn't have to do too much, but just put a system in there, and I just put the system in there. But it was like, like I said, I'm trying to do it just for me. I don't care about no competition. I'm in
Right.
competition with myself, trying to do
Right.
better than what I did on the
Facts.
last car or
Facts.
whatever. You know
I
what I'm
said the
saying? So,
Facts.
same thing. I said the same thing. I
yeah,
said the
but
same
it's a lot
thing.
of people out there that are in competition with you, and you don't even know it. It'd be like, oh, I don't care. I don't even worry about them. Like,
You better say
I'm
that
doing this
shit.
for me. I'm doing this for me.
You better say
I don't
it.
care if you can hear my music from down the block or nothing like that. I'm playing my music for me, not everybody outside. I'm cool. Like,
Facts. What about you, sis?
My favorite build, um, my Lexus ES 350. That's got to be my favorite build of all time. Um, I put a
Okay.
lot of work. I put a lot of work into that car.
to my Sapphire.
Yeah. I put a lot of work into that car. Custom paint job, rims, system, doors is done, trunk is done, back deck is done, underglows. Like I put a lot of work into that car. So that's I can honestly say out of all of the builds that I've done so far, that's my favorite one. I'm really working on revamping a lot of things because
Okay.
when I first bought her out, it was like what, like 7 years ago, 8 years ago? Like when I first got the paint job done. So I'm revamping a lot of stuff because now it's like, okay, I done had this on for like 7 years now. Now it's time to like
Okay.
make it look different in some way.
So, do you think too many people copy trends instead of building cars that reflect their personality? Are they worried about the look at me versus I like this for me? Like, cause I like your mentality, King Petty. Like, I'm doing this shit for me. I ain't doing it for nobody else. Like, I'm doing it for me. And I really think like the people that really have that mentality, I'm even say so for myself. Like the shit that I do in the club life is because I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it
Mm,
because it makes me happy. I'm doing it because it makes me feel good. Like if I'm interviewing somebody, it's because I like these people. Like I like what they doing. It's not because I'm like, hey, look at me. Like I like the people that I see is doing big things, even though you might not hear from them all the time, but I see it. Like that's the shit that I be paying attention to. Like I like the way they move. I like their vibe. Like I like that. Let me spotlight that. So that's why I asked the question because the things that I do know about car clubs and stuff like that, like I see a lot of people like this is what's trending, so I need to do this to my car, and this is what's trending, so I need to do that. Like and I'd be like, all right, that's dope, but I want to see like personality, their originality, like something that's for you. So do you feel like a lot of people are just trying to keep up with the trend versus making it truly authentic?
I feel like some people might be trying to keep up with the trend in certain aspects. I know me personally, I'm always trying to stand out. So like even if say I have something on my car that other people have, I'm trying to find a way to make it look different. Like, when I did work on my doors on my Lexus, like I didn't want the same design everybody else had. I had letters. Now my Malibu, I got lights, but I had lights before everybody else got lights. Then it was like I don't want just a regular old design. I want a different design. So I got hearts in my
Mm-hmm.
door. Like that heart just is something, it's something that makes it me, you know? So it's like with every build, I always did something different. When my very first build, that was the very first car that I ever plasti dipped, and I plasti dipped it orange first and then did it blue. Like then that's when I first found out about getting the doors done, and I got my doors done, and then I painted and then I plasti dipped those to match the color of the car. Like I don't know, I'm always trying to like find something different to stand out versus following the trend. But I do feel like a lot of people do follow. They might be following the trend. But there's a lot of
Okay.
people out here that just they following their own beat. They doing exactly what you're
Right.
saying. They're doing what they want to do and not really keeping up with the, with the trends and stuff.
Okay. You got anything to add to that?
Nah, she hit it right on the head. Like it's some people like do stuff just because other people did the same thing. Like, oh, they got Lamborghini doors. Let me throw some on mine. Or they got
Right.
this in there. Let me throw the same thing in there. Like I said, I want to do it for me, not because somebody else got the same shit. Like,
Facts. All right. So this is my last couple questions. If money wasn't an issue, what would your ultimate dream build look like from top to bottom?
I know what his will look like. Go ahead.
my ultimate dream build, I mean, it wouldn't be like a dream build. It would just be I'm trying to work my way up to get this track off. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't
Fact.
care about the. I
I
don't care
knew he
about
was
the.
gonna say that.
I don't care about the big rims. I don't care about the super loud
Facts.
system. I just that's like one of my favorite cars. Or I want to, or fucking a Skyline GTR. Like I don't want. I don't. I'm not with all the super big ass rims and the flashy paint and 100 speakers in my car. That's not the type of person I am. I ain't saying
Right.
nothing wrong with it because that's what some
Right.
people like, but that's just not what I like. I like the aspect of having a nice car or a car that somebody else ain't got. You feel me? Or something
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just my. That's just me. That's just what I want.
Period. What about you, sis?
Honestly, because of what I've done already, it would have to be a newer Lexus. It would have to be
Okay.
a new, but not too new, because I don't want it
Okay.
too new to where I can't do anything to it. Like I want it to be like kind of like in between. It's not like super old, but it's kind of new to where I can, you know, get customized doors, do the paint job, do this. So like all the stuff that he just said he didn't want, that's me. I want to be loud. I want to do the doors. I want to fucking have a custom paint job. I don't really care about rims per se, but like the sound, I want to be clear. I don't want to be loud. I want
Period.
my car to look good, but I don't want it to look like somebody else's car. Like I'm trying to do like the little modifications just for it to stand out, but not over the top. Because like you said, people can have like 5 million speakers. I don't need all that, but I need it to be loud. Like I need you to hear me down the street, like around the corner, something like that. But you know, but yeah,
That.
I would definitely do a newer Lexus, but not too new to the point that I can't do the customizations that I want to do to it. And I would just
Okay.
probably freak the shit out of that car. I really would.
Period. All right. So first, last but not least, I just want to say thank y'all for stepping foot into the clubhouse tonight. Thank you. It's the king and queen, y'all. Thank you very much. For this last couple minutes, if y'all got any events, anything coming up, this is y'all time. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. So I'm gonna get off the stage and y'all can say what y'all gotta say.
Um,
What you got to
we
say?
working on events, but Wilmington, Delaware, the
I
Cave.
can't hear you
Every other
now.
Tuesday, we have a $2 Tuesday. Come through, pull up. If you need the flyer, I'll send you the flyer. If you need the address, I'll send it to you. And that's about it. We got any other events coming up, we'll let y'all know. But send either me or her your flyers or events, and we'll pop up. We'll show up. You got anything to say?
I can't hear you. I couldn't hear nothing you said.
Can't hear you.
Mm-mm.
But any events, either send them to me or send them to her, and we will be there.
I don't
All
know why
right,
I couldn't
y'all.
hear.
See, it's getting ghetto. They said they know it's past our
I can't hear neither
bedtime.
one of y'all.
No. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
See,
I don't know what happened.
Can you hear me now?
let me get back in
No.
there. Boop, boop. Try.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
I don't know what just happened. Yeah.
How about now? Can you hear me now? No. Listen, y'all. It's the end of the show anyway. Tonight's conversation showed us that the auto world is bigger than just cars. It's about dedication, it's about identity, it's about loyalty, and most importantly, it's about family. Congratulations again to I just want to say congratulations again to OTF and OTF Rebel Queenz on celebrating their 2 year and their 5 year anniversary as their growing movement. Thank you all for pulling up and sharing your story tonight. This is Clubhouse Conversations with Yemaya, and we'll catch y'all in the clubhouse next week. Thank y'all again. Thank
You're
y'all.
welcome.